So, it's my first video, and basically I think I will be using this as almost as a vent type deal, since I get pretty much nothing out of going to see a counselor. I don't think it does anything for me. And an hour a day, once a week, isn't enough, I guess. Well, here's the thing. I am turning 25 tomorrow, which means I have been going through, I don't know if a lot of you probably know what dialysis is. This is my arm. Hope you can see how screwed that looks. It's pretty gross. Basically, what it is, I don't know if you can see right here, but you see this bump. There's an incision through here. And what they did is they basically did a vein mapping of my arm to check the predominant veins. So what they did is they went in for surgery, and they took two veins and made them into one, which is basically now like what is inside of your heart, one of the valves. And what happens is I go in about 6 in the morning, and they hook me up to a machine where one needle will go in here. So blood in, blood out, basically. And it'll pass through these tubings of the machine. And it'll pass through like a cylinder, which is about this big. And basically, using different chemicals, they clean my blood out of waste, which only does, a certain percentage. I think it's anywhere from like 5 to 14%, the highest of what a no kidney will do. And I do that it's 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I go 3 hours. They want me to go 4 hours, but I can't really handle the full time. And basically, I've been doing this since the very end of 2009. And I've had a lot of time by myself, a lot of time to think. And it sucks. I burned a lot of bridges. I don't know how to be around people. I don't really have any friends anymore. I haven't been with a female in about 4 years. Just growing up, man, I tell you what, we all heard all our entire lives, life's not easy, I know that, and it just sucks being alone. But I think it's the way that it has to be, but I just can't get over that. I've been thinking I was going to die for so long, and now that I see that I'm not going to just die and wake up and a new life is going to be ahead, or I'm stuck here and I live with my mom, and being on disability, I'm very dependent on her still. And I know for myself and a lot of you out there, as a man, it's not, I know that I could be a lot worse off, and there are plenty of people around the world that are a lot worse off than me. But there's just a part of me that won't let go, and I feel like I'm not the same as other people. I don't understand things, and I'm constantly fighting with myself about who I am, what's right, what's wrong, if there's a God, all this stuff that just, that complicates living a normal life, like doing the things that people are supposed to do. And I feel like I just wasn't, I don't know how to interact with people. I just want to fit in so much, and I always have, and I always care what people think so much, to where it really just pushed me away from so many people. Things that I think are so logical in the way you should treat people and the way things should be, whether it's being taken advantage of, or I don't know. It's been hurt so much, and I just feel like shitting on other people all the time. And you know, they say that you always hurt the ones you love the most, and that's because you don't really see what you do. And you try to do what you can, but you feel like it's never good enough, that you'll never be good enough. And as time goes on, that good part of you that you try to think maybe they just had a bad day. That's why they were like that. And that the next person's, I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you just want to give up on the world a lot, and your family and your friends, and keep fighting it, but after a while you stop fighting it and just realize that when you grow up, life isn't a party. Like, you're not out partying, you're YOLO, man, fucking YOLO. Yeah, you only get one life, but this life here, people are constantly telling you can't do this, or you shouldn't be that, or why do you do that? Why can't you grow up, man? Why you just gotta do this, you just gotta do that. Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah, I fucking know all this. I know. People limit you, and you feel forced into their limitations of you. And people change and people don't change. I am bitter. I always have a fucking chip on my shoulder. I feel like I'll never be good enough for a woman. Which also, as you get older, you start realizing that, beautiful women, I love beautiful women. They're the greatest thing on this earth. But then as you get older, you start to realize that you start looking for different things in people. Like, oh, I think she would be a good mom. Or, oh, I could really see myself being with her. Or, I don't know. I just feel like I've been so out of the game for so long. I mean, I'm not saying that I never dated in my younger age. Half the girls, actually even more than half the girls I've been with, they're so much prettier than me. So I don't know what they were thinking. But for the most part, I'm still friends with most of them today. And by friends, I mean it didn't end badly or anything. I don't know. All this is all jumbled, and I doubt anyone's even going to watch this, but I just know that things can get very complicating, overwhelming, and try to bottle up all inside all the time. And I just know there's other people out there like me, and other people like me probably think that I'm alone in the way that I feel and no one understands. And you just feel like you're crying out for help inside and that no one can hear you. And you gotta put on your poker face for everybody, and it gets old. We're all hurting out here, and people are afraid of their feelings, or that makes you weak to cry, or makes you weak to feel emotion. Men aren't supposed to do that. Give me a fucking break. I did that for so long, and I still do it. I think we all do it because we're so afraid of people are going to think you're crazy, or look at you like, oh, that's, what kind of struggle is that? You're not struggling when you hear my life. Such a troubled world, and I've pushed, like I said, I've burned all my bridges, and I hope that eventually, sooner than later, I'll be able to reinvent myself. And everything that you go through, you would not be who you are today without going through what you did. And you hear people like myself, my life is so bad, I'm always depressed, blah blah blah. But that's not true. And if it weren't true, if that so much shit wasn't in your life, you wouldn't know what the good days were. Because like everything else, you become immune. It's like taking medication, like some cheap medication for something that eventually you just build a tolerance over. Like it's like with anything else. I don't really get excited. I don't know how people can get excited about anything. It's kind of sad, but what are you gonna do, man? Basically, my life is Monday morning. I get up at 5:50. Get in my car, pack my blanket, my pillow, my phone to listen to radio talk show on there, pass the time, makes it a little easier. Then I go home because I'm wiped out from the machine. It takes a lot out of you, and basically I will sleep until I get home about 10:15 in the morning, and I'll sleep till about 6 in the morning, p.m. my mistake. And then pretty much from there, I still feel like shit up until roughly about like 9 p.m. And then I'm up until I get tired and get a couple hours of sleep, and then I go and work at a job that I fucking hate. I'm going to be a 25-year-old dishwasher. Like, what woman wants to date a 25-year-old dishwasher that lives with his mom, has nothing? I have nothing to offer, and it sucks. I do have something to offer, but I feel like I've always been like overwhelming with like affection, or thought that, I don't know. I guess I've just always been more affectionate in relationships than like the other way around. And I don't know. I kind of miss that, like just like a touch of somebody else that isn't putting needles in me, or with a stethoscope or blood pressure cuff. And I don't know, I just want to meet somebody that's going to understand me and and be there for me and make me memories with. And I'm just tired of being alone, I guess. And people say, online websites and all that, but I probably could do that. I've done it before, but a lot of that ends up being not relationship stuff, I guess, and maybe I want too much, but I know what I want, and there's a lot of things I can't have, and I won't settle for less than what I want, because I know that if I find the right person, that they're gonna know that I'm in it for a relationship. I'm done with these stupid little girls that I'm done fighting. I don't want to, like, what do you want is what I want to know. I know that I want to move the fuck out of my mom's house, and to do that in this day and age, it takes two. It takes two. It always has, to make anything work, really. And I want a kid one day. I know that's one of the only things I know that I will be good at. Because I know what it's like to not have a father there, and to know what it's like to wish that you had someone there to teach you things or talk to you about things you couldn't talk to about a friend or a mom. There's just some things that a father needs to show his son, or you go into the world blind. And there's things that a father can give you that a mother cannot give you, and that is a kick in the ass. Because if moms could, we all know that they, for the most part, they want you to never leave the nest. And they don't really understand that their love can be constricting and, what's another word for it? It's like taking a pillow over your face and, I love you so much that I don't want you to ever leave. But they mean the best. And I know we all go through the phases of hating our parents sometimes, but it's a love-hate thing. And we wouldn't really want it any other way. A lot of people, they even say, oh, I wish my mom loved me as much as she loves you. But I know that we all have our cross to bear. But I am tired of bearing my cross. I had to give up so much. Now my friends went out and flourished and got married and had kids and having fun and getting jobs, buying cars, and I am nothing. If you made it through this far, thanks for watching. I might not even look to see if people haven't looked at this. I might just post random videos, random thoughts. And if you do follow along with these, just keep in mind that my thoughts are always very jumbled and I'll never keep on track. So, but if you do have any questions or have anything you can relate to, or if you even just want to talk about stuff that you can't talk to other people with, that you think that maybe you can relate to with me, feel free to say anything, really. There's nothing you could ever say or do that I would ever look at you differently or treat you differently for. Because I know that I am personally one fucked up person. So like I said, take it easy, guys, and tomorrow's a new day, new opportunities.